So once you sign up with Compliance Genie, there's basically three steps that you're going to have to go through. The first step is going to be to set up your provider. The second is going to be to set up your products from your product catalog. The third is going to be to review the plans and activate the plans within the system. That'll cover all of the product catalog, all the plan ID generation, and all the breakout for what's in the service packages, the revenue splits, etc. All the detail will already be there. Then there's just some additional stuff that'll have to be uploaded twice a year to be able to automate the BDC reporting. But once you've got the product detail in the system organized in the way that the FCC wants it to be organized, then that really solves 90% of the reporting overhead. So let's dive right into how you set up your provider, how you set up the product catalog, and how you activate your plans. The provider is organized by the different information that has to be disclosed on the FCC reports, and specifically the broadband fax label. You have to provide your FCC FRN, and if your FRN number is a shorter number because you've been in business for a few years, you're just going to pad it with leading zeros. But there's a fixed field length on the FCC provider ID. You're going to tell us exactly how you have registered with the FCC in terms of what your registered provider name is or who you're doing business as. You're going to identify a primary technical contact, who's going to be the technical contact that's going to show up in all of the reporting. And you're going to give us contact details for that technical contact. You're going to disclose, you're going to set right at the beginning how you're going to disclose taxes in your broadband fax labels, whether you're going to do the actual label disclosure for individual taxes, or if you simply want to opt out of having to disclose and you just say varies by location as a block of text within the label. As taxes are otherwise not required in the reporting, this gives you a clean way of opting out, and doing it organization wide. These other pieces of information are the network management policy, the privacy policy, the terms of service URL. These URLs are going to be consistent for all of your products, all of your labels, and all of your anytime you're doing a public disclosure. So it just sort of makes sense to just have that information in one place, one time, on this provider pane. We set the defaults up for your account, what the typical term of service is, whether you're offering fixed, mobile, or both types of services, what technologies that are recognized by the FCC you're going to be delivering your services over, and how you're differentiating your pricing. And then if there are any unique labels that need to be included, that are consistent as additional charges, one-time fees, installation fees, pass-through expenses, municipal franchise fees, etc. Anything that you would want to disclose as part of the charge related to an internet service delivery, you can simply include that here. You can add as many of those as you might have. um, monthly recurring, one-time charges, and individual tax labels. And then finally, however you want to organize your price differentiation, you can just break that out. Once the provider defaults have been established within the system, that is what initializes the product catalog database. So that actually sets then the tables in place with the appropriate fields, and sets you up so that you can then manage your products within the system. As far as the products are concerned, you're just going to be identifying how you're delivering the service, what technologies you're using, whether or not there's introductory rates, whether or not there's contracts associated with it, if there's discounts or any kind of bundling that you need to disclose. You can provide a URL for a link to that, and then you're going to disclose the performance characteristics for either the fixed product or the mobile product, and disclose those performance characteristics, and then you can set the default pricing for any of those additional MRR or OTC charges that you've identified previously on the at the provider level. The way that the pricing system works is if you put in an amount, it's going to show up on the label. If you don't put in an amount, it will omit that line from that particular label. So you can make a determination that by default, I'm going to have an introductory price, but maybe one particular product doesn't have an introductory price, or it doesn't have an early termination fee, or you may want to just disclose $0 for the early termination fee, so that it's consistent with other products that might have an early termination fee. It's totally up to you whether you want to include those line items or not. Once you save this record and have set those defaults, the system will automatically build you a plan matrix, which is a unique plan for each price point and each price differentiation and each service technology as recognized by the FCC. From here, you can set your prices for anything within an individual price list so that you can set up the unique pricing within that price list. And you can then choose to activate the product. If you make any changes after the plan has been activated to the prices, it'll automatically create a new plan ID, which is an FCC requirement. If you change anything within the product definition, it will automatically create a new set of plans, a completely new set of plans for the new product definition that's just been created. All historical plans are saved within the system. So it's possible to link a customer to their plan from 6 months ago, 5 years ago, however far back. You've got customers that are on legacy products that aren't available for sale today. But every product that is currently available for sale, every internet product, and every bundle that includes internet products is required to have a current plan ID and a current label. And when you activate a plan, once you approve its pricing, you can just simply put a check mark in a new product and come down here and activate the selected plan. And when you activate the plan, it automatically will generate the label. It also then automatically includes that active product in the product catalog that is going to be used for disclosure to the FCC for broadband data collection reporting and transparency reporting. So in the same way that we are able to automatically generate the label, we're also able to automatically generate the transparency reports and the BDC reports, the broadband data collection reports. And these reports that we generate are driven by all of that plan information and two additional pieces of information that are based on snapshots from your BSS system of what products are available in what service locations and what products have been sold to specific service locations at specific price points over a particular technology. So for or a particular medium for service delivery. It's effectively two CSV files that you should be able to automate as reports from your BSS system on January 1 and July 1. Provide us with those two pieces of information, where your products were sold and who you sold them to. And we can then combine that with all of this product information, provider information, and automatically generate the plan data, the subscriber data, the service metrics data, the 477 reporting, the fixed broadband availability data, and the fixed broadband supporting data. And coming soon, we'll have the mobile broadband reporting available in the near future. This will give you the opportunity to review your data, massage the data, make adjustments, but have a consistent story that you're disclosing to the general public and to the FCC. And you're doing it in a way that is, while FCC compliant, is also not forcing you to change the way that you do business. You aren't forced to rebuild your product catalog in your BSS, recontract all of the products that you've already sold. You don't have to change anything. You just map the products from your current product catalog into this abstraction layer that facilitates your FCC reporting and your transparency and your public disclosure. So this simplifies that whole abstraction process, and doesn't force you to change the way that you do business. And in fact, because generating the reporting is as simple as uploading two CSV files and then reviewing your PDF and exporting the CSV files when you're satisfied that they're correct, it's our belief that this will radically simplify the level of effort for BDC and transparency reporting moving forward. Instead of spending weeks on it, you can spend a couple of hours.